And within a few days they asked me to remove the books, and they promised they would no longer talk to any of us about religion. Fine. And I took the books home and was just flicking through them very quickly, and again didn't feel anything particular, but I opened up the Quran thinking, okay, let's just see what this is all about. Quickly scanned through the first chapters, and the first thing I read was, oh, the women. Oh, I'll read this. Opened it up and started reading it, and quite emotional, sorry. The shock was quite profound. Even now, it's quite profound. Anyway, I remember reading the words and thinking, well, this isn't what I expected. And I read a bit more and thought, I can't believe what I'm reading. So I shut the book and thought, okay, I've read a bit now, that'll do me. But I couldn't stop reading it. So a few days later, I decided to read from the front. It was just wonderful. It was so gentle, but very profound. It was very powerful, just reading the words. I desperately tried to rationalize it and kept reading, and the more I read, the more it made sense. And as I say, it really was like a light had been turned on. Very bizarre for somebody who'd been so against religion. And I remember trying desperately not to believe what I was reading, resisting it, and at one point closing the Quran and thinking, I'm never going to read this anymore, I'm not going to read anymore. But I couldn't help myself. It was a very strong thing, very strong. So after reading a few chapters, I thought, well, maybe my translation is wrong. And I decided to visit a mosque. I made the choice of choosing a mosque far away from where I live, because I didn't want anyone to see me. And I went to the masjid and pulled on a scarf and everything, and met this imam who confirmed that what I was reading was not the most beautiful of translations, he said, but actually was accurate. And I remember him saying, are you planning to convert? I said, oh, certainly not. I've just come about the book, you know. And I tried to make it some sort of intellectual exercise. But there was something deep inside that was changing. Very